Hi everybody, this is a review on the Microsoft Surface Pro X. So this is from the Surface Book Pro range. So this one is like a tablet and like a laptop. So this particular spec is the Microsoft SQ. It's got the Microsoft SQ1 processor with a 256GB hard drive, 8GB of RAM. So in terms of processor wise, that's in between an i5. I wouldn't say it's an i7, but i5 processor. So this one I bought, which was pretty much an X display, classed as a grade A, from eBay. A little bit of scuff marks on the box itself, but it's fully boxed with all the originals. Comes with a full one year warranty. Comes with the original cable, everything that you'd expect that it should come with. So they've tested everything and they've checked everything. So obviously I've got that peace of mind from eBay. So I looked around, obviously with the whole situation around the world, there aren't many of them around, unfortunately. So review wise, they had a mixed batch of reviews, and I could see why, in terms of people were testing it for gaming purposes. But my sole purpose was to use it to edit the site, i.e. the isithalalaround.com site, and in terms of just to watch videos on it. So I'm not using it as in terms of a gaming, which a few people complained about. Well, quite a fair few people complain about the lag, but apart from that, in terms of day-to-day use, the way I'm using it, I think it'd be fine. So in terms of the charging process, it's got it's got this magnetic clip which clips on the side of it for charging, which I'll show you later in the video. So in terms of this one, I got quite lucky with it. Like I said, it's a grade A, but thankfully no, alhamdulillah, no scratches, nothing on the screen, fully covered. It came with a original Microsoft plug, a little booklet as well with some information about it. But to be honest, you're just going to Google anything that you need to know about the Surface Book. A Surface Pro X, not the Surface Book, Surface Pro X. So as you can see, very slick, clean as a whistle, slick black gloss. One thing you got to be wary of is it will get marked straight away as soon as you put your hands on the back. So what I did was, later on I'll show you in the video, I bought a cover for it straight away. Is these skins, they're called skins from Dbrand, so I bought them. So I stuck them on straight away, and even for the screen itself, even though I'm sure I wouldn't have scratched it or had any issues with it, what I did was I bought a cover for that as well, what I normally get for my phone. So with it being HD drive, it loads up pretty fast. It's a little button on the side which I just pressed, and that loads it up. It's on the Windows 10, well, I was going to say 10, it got upgraded to Windows 11. So the first time you load it up, just something to be wary about. Obviously you got the installation process. So this was obviously they put it back to factory refurb. So you go through the whole process, which I think maybe I'd say about nearly an hour. So you're selecting your regional language, your country, connected to your Wi-Fi. It goes through all the relevant updates. Updates are a must. The first initial issue I had, which I can tell you straight away while this video is going ahead, was that there was I think it was the videos weren't playing, and I had some issue with Edge, and it was had a look online for a fix, and the problem was that the drivers won't update the drivers. The issue got resolved straight away. So you just got to make sure that you keep it up to date, as in, just remember it is a cross between a laptop and a tablet, but in terms of quality wise, screen wise, I'm not going to go into full details about resolution. You can look that up, but it's really high spec in terms of screen wise, so you need to get a really good viewing on it. So this one, I created a pin, 4-digit pin to log into it. Pretty straightforward. So just a 4-digit pin. So as soon as when you load it up, you just enter the 4-digit pin and it lets you log in. It goes through this whole, in terms of process of asking you if you want to set it up with the Windows in terms of the voice aspect of it, and like you got Siri and you have Google Home and so forth. It has its own version. Is it Cortina, I think, if I can remember. But yeah, you go through all this information, just accept what you want to accept, and then eventually it will in terms of setup for you. Yeah, so I'll let you move on with this video. So yeah, it goes through this whole process of letting you know. So this went on for a while, to be honest. It's only for the first time, just remember that. Yeah, so when I loaded mine up, so you got the Windows, you got the Windows aspect of their app store. So you got all these different applications. Obviously, they continue to update it. I wouldn't really recommend in terms of downloading, these other third-party YouTube ones. Just use it off the Microsoft Edge. So moving on, obviously we're here. We got this. I bought the original Microsoft Surface Pro X keyboard. I bought the new one. I got a discounted price off eBay when they had an offer on as well. At the same time when I bought this, so this was less than 80 quid. I got the Surface Pro X, same again, for less, just shy of 300 quid. So I think we were a bargain. What I got, and this was new, so I wanted to make sure this was new as well. Really good layout. So I was comparing it to the iPad Pro. This layout of this keyboard is a lot better. Quite slick. You got a section at the top where you can put a pen in. I didn't bother with a pen because the thing is, you can just use your hand, unless you're really into your art and you're going to be doing a lot of artwork. Fair enough, you might need a pen, but for the sake of paying another 50-70 quid for a pen, I didn't see the point. So I just stuck with a keyboard, which is something you're going to use all the time. Keyboard, really easy if it fits on. You got that little thing at the back, little stand, which is part of the Surface Pro, as you can see, and it's really slick. It looks literally like a notepad, but as you can see, already the little scuff marks. Yeah, it was still going through a systems update when I went in. Yeah, so it was only later. Yeah, so I started personalizing it as I loaded it up. I downloaded like Sky Go app, Netflix app. Also invested in a cover as well, so I'm more cautious. I want to, if I ever do come across in terms of selling it, at least it's all, no scratches, no dents. So I got this, I think it was like 7-8 quid, literally 7-8 quid. It came with a screen cover. I didn't put it on properly. It has some air bubbles, but I ordered another one as well. This came with like a universal pen, not the greatest pen, but it came along with it anyway. So my main purpose was to make sure that it's got its cover with it, so I didn't want to damage it. So that was the main thing. Fits nicely with it, protects it no matter where you are. If you're on the floor, in a coffee place somewhere, it works quite nicely with the with the kickstand at the back of this Surface Pro. Yeah, all touch screen. Obviously later on you'll see me in terms of putting on the screen on it as well, the screen protector. Also ordered the skin as well, which I added on. Same again, I know I'm being a bit fussy. This was the skin that I ordered from Dbrand. They're really decent, a little bit pricey, but then for the look, as you can see, little marks you're getting already, oily marks from your fingers. I always use a Wenger bag, really good. So I started watching the video and I cleaned the back of the Surface Pro, and then applied the skin on. As you can see, you have tons of designs to choose from. I picked a really good matrix, no, honeycomb, that's what it was called. Really slick looking, really slick looking. It gives it a nice look, and if I were going to sell it, I think I'd get a decent amount of money, but I'm not going to sell it. So as a courtesy, they sent me another one out as well. So if I wanted to replace it, I've got that as a backup. But yeah, so the only thing I had to put on this was the screen protector. But like I said, I didn't do a great job with the screen protector, but at least it's still going to protect it. So it's still on there. It's got a little bit of air bubbles here and there, but once you're playing something on it, you can't really tell. But it's really slim design, really light. But like I said, I like it to be fully protected. So hence why I've got the skin on it, screen protector on it, and then obviously I'll add my in terms of case on it as well. But when I'm at home, sometimes I'll just take the case off and use it. But as you can see, it's really easy. Just turn it on. Keyboard pulls out as well. The really decent feature I like on this one is that with obviously it's got an up-to-date Windows 11 on it, and you can basically screen share. So without wires, you can just flick. If you can go into Edge, but you do this via the settings through control panel. I know there's a way to do it by Edge as well, but I do it through a control panel, which you'll see me doing that in a moment. So once you go through control panel and your screen, you can flip that across to your TV, which is really good. So if you want to watch some videos and movies, even though I've got a smart TV, but you know, you're sharing your whole screen, so you might have something on a website you want to show to someone, a friend or a colleague or family member. So in my case, as you can see here, I was flicking my screen across, so I connected to it. So as you can see, it's on the big TV, 55-incher. Sorry about the mess, it's still going through refurb. And then what you could do is like you can go onto, like I use Edge, so go into Edge, and then I was able to like kind of load up my site. And if I want to do any work, I want to do it on a bigger screen. I've got the screen at the top as well, so I can use that. I can watch videos on it. Really good feature that I liked on it. And yeah, like I said, performance wise it's fine, there's no issues with it. I use it on the go, I use it for a quick. It's lighter, faster, up to date. It's really good. It's got the same in terms of memory wise of my laptop. My laptop's an i7, and this is probably along the line of the i5 processor. So my laptop's a Dell XPS, and this is by Microsoft. So obviously, just main thing key is just make sure you keep it up to date. That's the key thing. And I tend to keep everything on cloud anyway. And I bought a universal port. So it takes a C drive port. It doesn't take a USB port. So I bought one. I didn't include that in the video. But you can buy that from eBay. I think it's 6-7 quid as well. But the majority of the stuff's online, and obviously, like I said, I've got my Wenger bag with it as well, which is a nice touch. But I've got like a USB ports, like 4 or 5 USB ports. I've got a wireless mouse with it as well. I'll use it now and again when I need to use it, if I'm using it for a long time. USB ports as well, if I need to use them. I've got them there as well. But it takes the one that you get on the LG phones, USB-C, so that's what it takes on the side. Yeah, you will be able to tell that that's the thing. So yeah, there you can see it there, USB-C port, the charger port on one side as well. So yeah, really worth the buy. Oh yes, on this side here you can the USB-C port, but mine's in the bag, hence I didn't take it out. I'll only use it now and again if I need to use it. And same with the mouse, if I need to use it, but hardly use it. Yeah, so yeah, overall really good, really worth I think buying. I think ignore the reviews. I spoke to Microsoft online about it as well. A lot of their staff use it. So yeah, obviously the more money you have, the more you can go for a higher spec one. But I mean, I showed you the spec at the beginning. This was a decent buy. So yeah, remember to subscribe, like, yeah, and leave your comments. And if I can answer your questions, I'll try answering them as well. But like I said, yeah, a very decent buy, as you can see. Definitely worth taking this on the go. And it was a cheaper option to an iPad Pro, and that's the reason I got it. And including my accessories, it was like pretty much half the price. Where I'm going to pay 900 quid, but here I paid like less than 500 quid. I got everything. Bag, even the bag there as well, 15 quid. Wenger, and I got all the accessories and stuff as well. So not a bad buy. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Short and sweet. Thank you.